So, um, if an alien anthropologist wanted to actually understand how human beings bond, I mean, they wouldn't study our grand political speeches.
No, definitely not.
Right, or our poetry. They would probably just, sit in a booth somewhere and watch how we order a slice of pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Just watch the lunch rush.
Welcome to today's Deep Dive. As a learner, I know you're always looking for that deeper meaning hidden in everyday things. And today, we are taking a seemingly basic piece of source material and, well, kind of tearing it apart.
We really are.
Yeah, to show you the hidden high-stakes social dance of everyday dining.
So the text we're looking at is called A Dialogue on Dining Habits and Ordering Food.
Which sounds very formal.
It does. But let's be entirely upfront with you here. This is an English as a second language textbook excerpt.
Right.
It features two characters, Spear 1 and Grace, and they're having what appears to be just the most mundane conversation possible about their meals.
I mean, on the surface, it really just reads like standard functional vocabulary.
Well,
That's right.
yeah, it covers greetings, food preferences, morning routines.
Navigating a restaurant menu.
Exactly. On a surface level, it's just designed to teach a non-native speaker how to, survive a lunch hour.
But our mission today is to look at the brilliant sociological scaffolding underneath that vocabulary.
Oh, the scaffolding is fascinating.
Because this dialogue isn't just teaching words. It is providing a literal masterclass in human connection.
It really models the precise mechanisms we use to build trust.
Yeah, and navigate differences. We're going to unpack how simple exchanges about, like, breakfast and noodles basically serve as the ultimate survival toolkit in a new culture.
Let's start with the opening move.
The opening move, yeah.
So Grace immediately expresses this deep love for restaurants, and she declares pizza as her favorite food.
A solid choice.
Right. And Speaker 1 counters with a preference for rice and chicken.
Okay.
And almost instantly, Grace replies, "That sounds delicious."
See, I want to challenge the depth of this interaction for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
Because if I walk up to a stranger and just say, "I like pizza," am I actually building a meaningful connection?
You're skeptical.
I mean, it feels incredibly superficial.
Yeah.
Can you really lay the foundation for a relationship over, a shared appreciation for melted cheese?
You absolutely can. Because, well, you have to look at the mechanism of what is actually happening there.
Okay, unpack that.
Food acts as the ultimate low-stakes entry point for building conversational rapport. I mean, every human on the planet eats.
Right.
When you are learning a new language, or even if you're just trying to network in your native tongue, you need a topic that is universal.
But with almost zero risk of offense.
Exactly, zero risk.
I kind of call it the linguistic handshake.
Oh, I like that, the linguistic handshake.
Yeah, you offer a small piece of your identity, like your favorite food.
Right.
Which invites the other person to respond in kind. And neither of you has to reveal deep personal trauma or, controversial opinions.
And that leads directly to the mechanism of validation. Notice Grace's response in the text.
That's a delicious line.
Yeah, she doesn't just say, "I comprehend your preference for rice and chicken."
Right, like a robot.
Right. She says, "That sounds delicious." She offers immediate, positive reinforcement.
Which feels so critical when you consider the vulnerability of the person actually using this textbook.
It is the entire point. I mean, an adult learning a new language is basically thrust back into this state of childlike vulnerability.
Oh, completely. They're constantly making mistakes.
Feeling unsure. So by modeling the phrase, "That sounds delicious," the textbook is quietly teaching the learner how to create a safe, affirming environment.
Wow.
When you validate someone's food preference, you are signaling to them that their choices are good.
And by extension, that they belong in the conversation.
Exactly. It moves language from mere data transmission to actual emotional support.
And Speaker 1 accepts this validation with a simple thank you, right? So it closes the loop on a successful social bond.
We've established a safe space.
Right. But then the dialogue kind of pivots. It moves away from broad favorites and gets highly specific.
It dives right into the architecture of their daily routines.
Yeah, starting with what they drink in the morning. So Grace is a dedicated tea drinker. Speaker 1 drinks coffee.
And Speaker 1 specifically points out that coffee, quote, helps many people wake up.
See, we are transitioning from abstract preferences to the rigid structures that govern a person's life here.
Examining a morning routine reveals the structural foundation of a person's day.
I have to push back playfully on this notion of, like, high-minded priorities, though.
Oh.
Aren't we maybe over-intellectualizing a simple caffeine fix?
How do you mean?
Well, speaker one basically just says they drink coffee because it's a drug that wakes them up.
Fair point.
It feels less like a profound cultural marker and more like, you know, a biological necessity disguised as basic vocabulary. Isn't it just a personality test? Tea versus coffee.
Let's test that theory, actually. If it were purely about biological necessity, the dialogue would just stop at the caffeine. But look at how they frame their breakfast choices immediately afterward.
Right, the food.
Grace relies on bread, eggs, and milk. Speaker one opts for toast, eggs, and fruit. Their specific diets diverge.
Right, they aren't eating the exact same thing.
But instead of focusing on those differences, Speaker one comments that Grace's breakfast is healthy.
Oh, interesting.
And Grace returns the favor, noting that fruit is very good for our health. They elevate the conversation way above the specific ingredients.
They find the underlying shared value.
Precisely. They reach a shared consensus that eating breakfast is a good habit.
Wow.
The text is demonstrating a highly sophisticated social strategy here. When you encounter someone with a different cultural habit, like they drink tea, you drink coffee.
They drink milk, you eat fruit.
Right. You don't debate the menu. You find the shared purpose of the routine.
Which here is health and waking up for the day.
Exactly.
So the textbook is teaching the learner how to build a bridge over cultural differences.
It's quite brilliant.
You might not eat the same things, but you both value taking care of your bodies before work.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, so we've established what they eat and the shared values behind it. But then the text moves into the logistics of how they acquire their food.
Right, the sourcing of sustenance.
And this is where we see this fascinating contrast between traditional local habits and modern digital convenience.
Grace describes her local dining habits first. She frequents a small restaurant near her home.
Right.
And when she explains why she orders the fried rice or noodles there, her operative adjectives are fresh and tasty.
I feel like Grace is utilizing what we could call a reliable neighborhood anchor.
Neighborhood anchor, yeah.
She relies on geographical proximity,
Oh, right.
face-to-face interaction at a local spot. And she really prioritizes the sensory quality of the food.
Now contrast that strategy with Speaker one.
Okay.
Speaker one talks about ordering food online. They specifically mention how easy it is to get burgers and fries. But the crucial detail is that Speaker one uses the internet to effortlessly order weekend pizzas to enjoy with family.
See, this is a completely different sociological approach. Speaker one is using a digital bridge.
A digital bridge.
Yeah, they aren't going out into the physical neighborhood to engage with the community. They're utilizing frictionless convenience to facilitate bonding directly inside the private sphere of the home.
The adjectives they use reveal everything about their competing priorities.
Right, the adjectives.
Grace values quality and community integration, so fresh and tasty. Speaker one values efficiency and domestic social reward.
Easy.
And eating together.
I wonder if this simple A-B dialogue is actually capturing the core tension of modern urban life for all of us.
How so?
Well, we are all constantly caught between wanting to be that local who knows the chef at the neighborhood noodle shop, you know.
Oh, yeah?
And on the other hand, being the exhausted worker who just wants to press a button on an app and have a pizza magically appear.
It absolutely captures that tension. But again, the dialogue models how to resolve it.
Right.
Despite these totally different methods of sourcing food, Grace says, eating together is always nice.
Yeah.
And Speaker one replies, I think so too. They once again bypass the logistical differences to align on a core human value.
The joy of a shared meal.
The text is just relentless in its mission to teach the learner how to find common ground.
So we've covered the preferences, the morning routines, and the logistics of acquiring food. Now the dialogue actually places us physically inside a restaurant.
Right, confronting the menu.
Yeah, and both characters agree on the strict ritual of reading the menu carefully before doing anything else.
They explicitly state the functional utility of this ritual too.
Right.
Speaker one says they do it to choose the food. Grace adds that it helps them know the price.
Which I want to pose a direct question to you, the listener, right now.
Go for it.
Think about the last time you sat down at a restaurant and opened a menu. Is that act really about exploring your culinary desires? Or is it actually a rigorous exercise in crucial data gathering?
It's a lot of data.
We are constantly balancing what our cravings are against what our wallets can actually handle in real time.
A menu is basically a social and economic contract.
Yeah.
It clearly delineates what is possible within the boundaries of that establishment and what financial toll it will take to achieve it.
And for a language learner,
Oh, correctly, interpreting this contract is a matter of sheer survival. Misunderstanding the price or the ingredients in a foreign environment, that can lead to immediate financial embarrassment.
Or health issues.
Exactly.
Which brings us to, honestly, the most vulnerable moment in the entire text. After discussing the practical economics of the menu, Grace admits, quote, "Sometimes I cannot decide what to order."
And Speaker One immediately sympathizes with her. They say, me too. There are many good choices.
This shift feels incredibly profound for a basic vocabulary lesson.
It really does.
We move from stating objective facts about price and health to admitting genuine confusion and indecision.
Having options is a luxury, sure.
But navigating an overwhelming abundance of choices requires a very specific social strategy.
Psychologists refer to this as the paradox of choice. An abundance of options actually leads to decision paralysis.
And anxiety.
Right. Grace's strategy to alleviate this anxiety is to say, then I ask my friends for advice.
We just have to pause and appreciate the mechanics of that sentence.
Yeah.
Admitting I cannot decide and actively asking a friend for advice. That demonstrates language moving from just a tool for commerce to a tool for emotional delegation.
It shows the language learner that they don't have to navigate the overwhelming nature of a new culture alone.
Right.
The textbook is explicitly giving them permission and the exact vocabulary required to turn to a trusted member of their community and say, I am lost, help me navigate this.
It's a vital moment.
Delegating a difficult choice like that actively strengthens the social bond between the two friends.
And Speaker One validates this vulnerability by responding, "That is a good idea." It's just a beautifully human interaction.
It is.
Which brings us to the overarching structure of this source material, the meta-purpose.
The breaking of the fourth wall.
Yes. We established at the very beginning that this is an ESL textbook, right? It's a constructed tool. But the final, revealing exchange is so clever.
Speaker One explicitly states that talking about ordering food is a useful topic for English learners.
And Grace confirms this. She notes that many people use these English words every day.
It's the climactic reveal. All the previous discussions, the menus, the coffee, the pizza, they were deliberately leading to this explicit acknowledgement of the dialogue's true educational purpose.
For me, reading that was a pure aha moment.
Totally.
Realizing we've been analyzing a constructed teaching tool all along. It's like walking through a beautifully painted room and suddenly seeing the structural scaffolding holding it all up.
And if you consider traditional language learning, often textbooks focus heavily on syntax and disconnected facts.
Right. The apple is red.
Or the library is to the left. But those phrases don't teach you how to survive socially.
No, they don't. The author of this dialogue chose a radically different approach. Let's look at the specific concepts we've explored today.
Okay.
Fresh, healthy, price, menu, family, habit. Why this specific constellation of words?
Because they represent the absolute vital building blocks of survival and integration. I mean, if you drop a person into a brand new country, what are their immediate needs? They need to sustain themselves safely.
Which requires understanding concepts like healthy and fresh.
Right. They need to navigate commerce without being taken advantage of, which means understanding the price on a menu.
Wow.
They need to establish a routine to ground themselves psychologically in an unfamiliar place, hence the discussion of morning habits and coffee.
And finally, they need to know how to connect with the people around them. They need the vocabulary to say, that sounds delicious, to validate a peer.
Or to say, I cannot decide, to ask for help.
The dialogue proves that teaching English isn't just about encoding thoughts into foreign words.
Not at all. It is about providing a learner with the specific tools required to achieve autonomy, physical health, financial awareness, and community integration.
Those are the 4 pillars of thriving anywhere in the world.
And they are all embedded in a simple chat about noodles and pizza.
It completely reframes how we should view everyday communication.
It really does.
Let's briefly recap the journey here for you. We started off looking at a low-stakes linguistic handshake over a simple slice of pizza.
Right.
Then we navigated the mechanics of finding shared values over differing breakfast routines.
The coffee versus tea debate.
Exactly. We explored the deep sociological divide between the local neighborhood anchor and the digital convenience bridge.
We confronted the anxiety of the social contract that is a restaurant menu.
And the vulnerability of asking a friend for help. And finally, we uncovered the meta-awareness of a text designed to teach the English language itself.
Because every time we speak, even about the most trivial things, we are actively constructing our social reality.
Yeah.
We are signaling our values, managing our resources, and inviting others to join our ecosystem.
So, the next time you find yourself having a seemingly mundane chat over what to eat for lunch or standing by the office coffee machine, I want you to realize what you are actually doing.
You aren't just exchanging dietary facts.
You are participating in an intricate, ancient social dance of validation, preference, and connection.
You are laying down the infrastructure that holds your relationships together, using the exact same mechanisms modeled in this basic textbook.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a brand new concept to ponder. A little thought experiment for you to explore on your own.
I love these.
Think about the structural blueprints you are leaving behind in your own life. Imagine that your next food order, whether it's a highly customized coffee run, a complex digital delivery, or a sit-down meal at your favorite local spot, imagine that order is discovered 100 years from now.
Discovered as a foundational text by some future anthropologist trying to understand our culture.
Exactly. What would your specific choices reveal? If they analyzed your ingredients, the cost, the method of ordering, and who you ate with, what would that single meal tell them about your daily routines?
Your community.
Yeah, and your deepest values. The words we use might just be tools, but how we use them to feed ourselves tells the entire story of who we are.
It's a fascinating thing to think about.
Keep questioning the everyday, keep looking for the hidden mechanics, and we will catch you on the next one.